Okay, so we are recording. It is Monday, June 27th, about 8:30 US Eastern. And it's been a busy few days in the world. I feel like it's been a busy few years, but the last few days in particular have been a lot for many of us. So that's what inspired me to offer this meditation session. I'm really glad that you guys are here, and I appreciate that we get the chance to meditate together. So I've muted everyone. Cameras can be on or off, your choice. And what I'd like you to do now, I'd invite you to find a seat that feels both steady and sweet. And I don't use the word seat literally. So that might be sitting on a floor or a chair, or it might be lying down on the floor, couch, even your bed. It's all your choice. So find some position that you feel like you could hold for, pretty still for the next half hour. We'll move a little together, but find somewhere that feels pretty good to you. And then to start, sit tall. Remember, you're on mute, so I can't hear you. No one else can hear you. Take a big breath in. And then when it's time to exhale, make a big sigh. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. One more time. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, sigh it out. Nice job. So sit tall, or if you're lying, just sort of stretch your torso long. And then for just a moment, let's take a couple movements with our necks and hands just to get out any little bits of anxiety we may be feeling. So to start, take your right ear and move it towards your right shoulder. And then if you like, you can drop your left hand to the side and you'll just feel a stretch on the right side of your neck. Just breathe into this for a couple breaths. Good. If your hand's out to the side, you can put it back in your lap or wherever it goes. Bring your head up. Now bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. And that's going to open up a big thoroughfare there on the left side of the neck. Breathe into that. Good. Bring your hand back. Bring your head up. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls. So shoulders go up, back, down, up, back, down. A couple more this way. Good. And then go in the other direction. Good. Let that settle. And then feel into your arms and hands. Not everyone will need this, but if you've got a little bit of anxiety, the body, the connective tissue, loves chaotic movements. So feel free to just do a little sort of shaking in the air. You may notice the skin on your forearms and even maybe your upper arms ripple. That's fine. See how that feels. Just let it be loosey-goosey weird and then slow it down. Good. Okay, a couple more movements and then we'll settle into some stillness. If you're seated, sit tall and put your hands kind of out by your hips. If you're lying down, that's fine. Just do the same thing, arms, hands down by hips. And now on your next inhale, arms go out and reach up. So you're either sitting tall, reaching to the ceiling, or maybe you're lying tall and stretching overhead. And then exhale, hands to the heart and down the center line and back to the hips. Good. Two more. Inhale out and up. Stretch tall. Exhale down the center line. Good. One more. Inhale out and up. Exhale down. Good. Good job. So go back to finding that seat. You may have moved from it slightly from all our little shakes. So find the seat that you like. And for the next couple breaths, see if you can, as you start to settle into some stillness, see if you can just notice whatever's happening with your breathing without changing it. Good. Now, feel free if you like at this point to close your eyes if you feel safe doing that and that's comfortable for you. If you're not sure about closing your eyes, you could always try a downward gaze, maybe slightly unfocused. Play with what feels right for you. As always, the rule is your comfort. And I invite you to set an intention for tonight's class. So when we set an intention, what you want to think of is a sentence that you would like to be true, that you want to state in the present tense in a positive way, as though it is already true. So for example, my intention might be, I am calm, I am balanced, and I am ready to meet whatever life has to offer. So again, present tense, positive, as though it's already true. You're on mute, so you can say it out loud or you can say it in your head. I invite you to set an intention now. Good. So we'll start with a little breathing. If it's comfortable for you, you can put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly button. That's optional, so maybe give it a try, see how it feels. You can always move your hands if they'd rather be somewhere else. For the first few breaths, just notice the breathing as it's happening. Just notice without trying to change. Good. So we're going to begin what's called a 3-part breath, and I'll cue you through it. We'll learn each part and add on as we go. So meet me at the bottom of your next exhale when you push all your air out. And now on an inhale, breathe in through the nose if you can, and feel the air go down your lungs and fill your belly. Belly pushes out. Exhale, belly sinks back to the spine. Inhale through the nose if you can, belly rises or pushes out. Exhale, belly sinks down. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly sinks. Good. Let that go. Breathe however you want to breathe. So I've been saying breathe in through the nose. That's considered ideal in yoga, but it's absolutely not necessary. I know it's allergy season. So if you're stuffed up or for whatever reason, breathing through the nose doesn't feel good to you, just breathe however you like to breathe. We'll start the second part of the 3-part breath. So meet me at the bottom of your next exhale, breathe it all out. This time, inhale, fill the belly, pause for a moment. Now can you sip in more air and fill the ribs? Good. Exhale, belly sinks, ribs shrink. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, fill the ribs. I said exhale and then inhale. exhale belly, exhale ribs. Okay, inhale belly fills, inhale ribs fill, exhale belly, exhale ribs. Inhale belly, inhale ribs, exhale belly, exhale ribs. Good. Let that go. Take a breath or two, however you like. And now we'll add in the third part where we fill all the way to the collarbone. So meet me at the bottom of your next exhale. Push every bit of air out. Inhale, fill the belly. Inhale, fill the ribs. Sip in a little more all the way to the top of your lungs. Exhale, let the belly go, the ribs go, the chest go. Good. Inhale belly. Inhale ribs. Inhale collarbones. Exhale belly, ribs, collarbones. Inhale belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale belly, ribs, collarbones. Keep going on your own pace. This can be 3 distinct parts of the breath, or it can be a wave. Couple more in and out. Good. As we move to the meditation part of the session, I want to start with a quote. This is from Jack Kornfield, who's written many books about yoga. He says, "Being alive is finding ourselves in the midst of this great and mysterious paradox. There are 10,000 joys and 10,000 sorrows in every life. And at one time or another, we will be touched by all of them. We'll all experience birth and death, success and loss, love and heartbreak, joy and despair. In every moment, there are thousands of humans just like you who are being confronted by situations just like yours. Some of them are joyful and some of them are overwhelmed. Some are feeling happy and some are struggling to learn how to survive." It's the end of his quote. To me, what that means is you are not alone. There is joy and there is suffering. And yoga is a reflection of our outer world. So when we turn inward, we bring that world with us. Meditation does not ignore suffering. It works through it because it recognizes it as part of the human condition. The goal is to learn to notice sorrow without being consumed by it. The goal is to learn to sit with the difficulty. There's an old expression, sometimes the only way out is through. Take a couple deep breaths on your own timing. If you like, when you inhale through the nose, you can then exhale as though you were blowing out of a straw. Inhale deep into your belly. Then exhale out even more slowly. Do this 2 more times at your own pace. Let that go. Let your breathing settle back into whatever natural rhythm feels good to you. Your hands are wherever you want them. Your eyes are closed or open but soft. Bring your attention down to the bottom of your body at your feet. Just notice your feet. Are they cold or warm? Do they feel tense or relaxed? What sensations are there in your feet right now? Move up to your lower legs, your shins and your calves. What sensations are in your lower legs? What about your knees, thighs, hamstrings? What sensations are in your mid and upper legs? There's not good or bad here, you're just noticing. Notice your hips and your low back. Notice your belly and your chest. You may notice yourself breathing. You may notice your heart beating. Move out to your hands and wrists and notice them. Notice your arms. Notice your shoulders, your neck. And finally, come to your face. Notice your jaw. Notice the space between your eyebrows. And notice the crown of your head. Good. Now, I suggested that you notice without assigning good or bad, but we always notice what feels good and what doesn't, and that's normal. So now think back to that body scan you did, check inside your body, and would you be able to locate a part of your body that feels good to you right now? So maybe it's your hands or feet, maybe it's your legs. Is there a part of you that feels pleasant, safe, at ease? And if maybe it's hard to find somewhere that feels good, can you find somewhere that feels neutral? Maybe not asking for a lot of tension either way. Attention either way, I should say. So now let your attention go to this pleasant or neutral part of your body and let your attention rest there. Feel that body part. Sense it. Notice what sensations are there. Could you let your mind relax just a little bit, feeling that part of the body? And now if there's something that's difficult, a difficult emotion or a physical sensation in your body, now move your attention to that. It may be an ache in your shoulder, or back, or head, or it could be a sense of sadness or anxiety, or maybe anger. Where do you feel that sensation in your body? Where do you feel that emotion in your body? Just notice it. Try to feel into it and make sure to breathe. So if as you're noticing this unpleasant part of you or emotion, are you holding your breath? And if so, exhale. Good. Okay, so now return your attention back to that area that feels at ease. Your hands or feet or legs or whichever part you picked. And just let yourself stay there at that pleasant or neutral part. You're feeling it again, you're sensing it again, relaxing a little, but maintaining mindfulness. You're giving yourself a break from what could be potentially overwhelming to feel by resting in this good place. And now, once again, return your attention to the part of you that feels unpleasant. How does it show up in your body? Are there vibrations in your chest? Maybe clenching in your belly? Tightness in your jaw or forehead? Just notice, let it be there, and breathe through it. Let whatever is there be there, and bring your attention once more to this pleasant or neutral part of your body. You're staying present and alert, but you're feeling the safety of this neutral or pleasant body part, the connection in that place. Now let yourself stay connected to this good place, this good feeling or sensation. And while you're staying connected to the good part, take just like a sidelong glance over at that difficult part. So you're still mostly in the good part. You're just sort of out of the corner of your eye, noticing the difficult area, the difficult sensation. Is it possible for you to still feel connected and grounded to this good part of your body, and yet be aware that there's something unpleasant elsewhere? Can you keep maybe 75% of your attention on the good part that feels peaceful and at ease? And keep breathing as you pass small glances over to the difficult area. Notice what's happening with this difficult area. There's not right or wrong here. It might be growing, it might be shrinking. It might be shifting into something else or staying the same. Can you just be aware of whatever this difficult feeling or sensation is offering, and still stay focused on your breathing? And as you breathe, can you now bring some loving kindness to yourself, to whatever you're feeling right now? It might be physical pain, it might be emotional pain. Can you hold yourself with kindness? This can be a holding in your mind, or you may even want to wrap your arms around you for a little gentle self hug. And just send some loving compassion your way. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people right now feeling the way you feel. Allow yourself to shift with this realization. You're shifting from I am suffering to there is suffering. And this difficult feeling is part of being human, but you are not alone. So let's think of some of those other people. First, can you imagine someone who's pretty easy to love? Maybe a child or a pet, someone that you love that you don't have a very complicated relationship with. And now, can you send some loving kindness, not just to yourself, but to that person who's easy to love? Now, can you widen that out? Could you, for example, send some loving kindness and compassion to everyone who's in this group meditation? People you know and people who are strangers, but we're all here together. Could you send loving and kindness and compassion to all of us here? And now consider the idea. Could you widen out to include everyone in the whole world? That will include people who cause you joy and people who cause you suffering. But can you remember that they're all human beings and they all desire to be happy and free? And consider sending loving kindness to all of them. There's an ancient Sanskrit Veda that I really like, that I'll tell you in Sanskrit and then I'll give you an English translation. So forgive pronunciation for any of you who may know better than I. But the saying in Sanskrit goes, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And in English, that runs, may all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and that freedom for all. You can keep your eyes closed for one more moment. Picture the room that you're in. You know what it looks like without seeing it. Maybe wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe roll wrists and ankles. Maybe rock your body side to side. Maybe cross your arms around you in one last little hug. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. We'll close out this practice with a few final breaths and one final reading of the Veda. So if you'd like to join me, you can put your hands together at your heart. You can bow your head or not. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some small way to that happiness and that freedom for all. Thank you very much for taking the time to practice with me tonight.